Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, home to the North Carolina State Wolfpack, and the fans here on this leg of Tobacco Road have been getting ready since early this morning. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense heads onto the field for the first possession of this game. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Looking for a productive play on first down. To the air, it's Moncrief. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third down, he drops to throw. Caught over the middle, it's Brown. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. So the NC State Wolfpack comes out, and they'll have the ball for the first time. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized, and they have to play well for their team to succeed.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick strike complete. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Offense, quick tempo.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that outside.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. NC State going up-tempo.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Here come the Irish back on offense. From the gun, the running back has it. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Illegal block. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Looking downfield, it's Moncrief. They're trying to get to it. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
They punted on their opening drive, and now they need a third down conversion to avoid punt. It's on target and complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Man, it is such a weapon to have running backs that can not only run the football, but can catch it as well. And a nice job there, David, finding the matchup one-on-one with a linebacker, a little angle route to get the first down.
Yeah, and those angle routes are hard to defend because the running back looks like he's going out first. So when I'm a linebacker, I'm like, oh, crap, I got to catch him. And then he breaks in really quickly and a nice throw to throw it in front of him and get the first down.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. From the gun, running back on the move. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
Throws toward the end zone. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
Wide receiver shows motion. On second down, he'll fire. Good timing on the quick out. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll go to the ground. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. If you don't convert on this fourth down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Brown. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set. First down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Trying to get to him. Got his man out of the backfield. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's nice to get a quarterback an easy completion like that, but it's nicer if they can go forward. And they did not that time, Jesse.
They did not. No, the defense was just better at the point of attack. Look at all these defenders shedding blocks and then getting hats to the football. That's impressive.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Wolfpack will line up to punt it away. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He only needs a sliver of daylight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Brown. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker, it's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. He's just winning that matchup in the slot every time.
And when you put him in the slot, Reese, he's closer to the quarterback. It's an easier throw. We can run in, we can run out, and really take advantage of his versatility of the guy in that slot position.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. The Irish have always been built on the run, but timely completions are important, like the great Tom Clements back in the day or John Hewitt.
Got to be clutch, right? Got to be balanced and got to find those moments where you can thrive. It's always a system, it seems like, at Notre Dame where it's been built around the run game and it's built around physicality, but they got to get that element of balance to really take off and get to that next level.
On first down, here comes this offense. They move the tight end all over. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for a man. It's Moncrief. Going for the big play. Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
NC State quick to the line. On second down, looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's man. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
He's got great speed. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy on the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation, now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Dropping back, it's Moncrief. It's complete to the left. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Tackled after picking up the first down. An easy call to go for it, and easier after you make it.
Yeah, we've seen it from this offense, too, throughout the season. In these types of situations, they just believe that they can make the play and they can get the push up front, and that's exactly what happened on that.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. He's going to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He got it. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Stanford. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Holds and fires complete to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. NC State going up tempo. Leaves it with the back. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. They want to get this defense on its heels. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They get to the line quickly. Looking to throw, it's Cade. Now adjusting. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Back open in the middle. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Gets it out fast. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. No huddle, offense to the line. Unloads quickly. And he goes down right there. That play's going to lose yardage. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. He wants to throw it again. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And he'll need to curl this one in from 44 yards out on the right hash. It's good. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on the route.
He's loose. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Sprinting all the way. He'll take it to the house, but there is a flag on the field. The penalty wipes out the big play and the time. Just a punch in the gut for any offense. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Leaves it with the running back. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
No gain on 1st down after the incompletion. Now 2nd and 10 from the 40. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's caught. It's Holland. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Back to pass, it's Moncrief. Getting some heat. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
On third down, offenses have their plays. What they like in third and short, what they like third and medium, third and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
Running back goes in motion. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
We'll repeat. This time, the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Little touch pass to the receiver. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, it didn't take long for this guy to leave his impact in the game, guys. With that catch, this guy's already over 100 yards in the game, and we're not even done the first half.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
They pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Fast motion from the offense. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage.
They get suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They're going to throw it on third and goal. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up.
17.
Catches him. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He'll keep it himself. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. NC State quick to the line. From the gun, the ground game. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. He's looking to throw it. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Looking to pass. It's Kane. He's got his man. And tackled there by the defense. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. They're working that left side. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And they fail to hook up on third down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Fair catch called for and made. Here come the Irish back on offense. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Finds a tight end.
I guess if you're going to get a one-yard gain, at least it's kind of a highlight. Great body control, great job understanding how to keep your foot in bounds and give a little toe tap on the sidelines there.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking for a man. It's Moncrief. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, NC!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create, sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of it...
Going for it all. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can improve. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Notre Dame.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Out of the gun, they give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Looks as if NC State will have to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. First down here for the offense. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Moncrief. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. And they get him down for the sack, and they'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Let's see what he can do with it. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to throw, it's Kane. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Oh, the sweet feet. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs, get some positive.
And he makes the grab at the 20. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give to the lone running back. How about that determined run inside the red zone? He's got 6. It's down to 12.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Right back to it. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to surprise him with the pass. He's right on target. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the stomping has commenced. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Boy, 3-and-out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tony.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide and a lot.
Oh, the ball's out! Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Offense set on first down. Running back searching for a hole. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So close to cashing it in for this offense.
Cut it. Let's go.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's second and goal from the 5. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. See if they can get it done on second and goal.
Come on, set.
To throw, it's Moncrief. Pocket starts to collapse. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
The offense right now is moving in the wrong direction. They weren't able to get a touchdown on that first down play. Now giving up a negative play on second down. You better be very careful about this third down play call.
It's still third and goal.
Down 55 weak.
Movement here from the tight end. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Smashes it between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out and held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on, be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
And he laid the lumber to stop it from getting the first down. That's why the good Lord invented tight ends, isn't it, David? Get a good pickup on first down, open up the entire playbook.
And just makes life so easy on quarterbacks. I mean, you got these guys that are so gifted athletically that you can do everything with them. They're like overgrown wide receivers, and now understanding zones and how to attack them. It's just unbelievable when you got these kind of big athletes.
And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space and getting that fast dude on the ground.
They'll run play action. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Handoff from the gun. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Got it.
The Wolfpack will have 1st and 10.
Slam.
Looking to throw, it's Kane. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Hey, listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's got it down the middle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark.
Now, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Here we go.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line.
Here we go.
The DBs will back off a bit. Trying to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
Yeah, and listen, that is awesome to see the guys continue to fight, continue to keep competing, because this game is over. Like, we don't need to fool y'all. We're not trying to get y'all to stick around and improve ratings. Like, the game's over, but you're continuing to fight. You powered in for the touchdown, and show your kids that we're going to always fight no matter what the score is.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. We're interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. This is a designed run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
You know, they pride themselves on being physical at the point of attack, dominating at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there picking up the first down.
The inside handoff. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, that's the advantage of having a good coaching staff to teach these players in this type of situation with the lead late in the game. You want to stay in the field of play and keep the clock ticking. They do that after that nice run.
They're going to test the right side with this one. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. And the ball is free on the pitch. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Hold it.
This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The offense starts with a short field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. It's caught. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Here's the deal. You're down 3 possessions. You know, it doesn't feel likely they're going to come back and win, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football. It all starts with a big completion on a 2-minute drive. They'll get the momentum started in your direction.
By the back. Loses 6. Brings up second down.
Line getting set on second down. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start.
False start. Offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Kane. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going for it all. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. Line gets set. First down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game, being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold it. Offense.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here comes the offense on first down.
42 Spider.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Makes the grab. It's Holland. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Our coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got it on the outside. It's Mancuso.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Homer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They're bringing heat. He'll try to do it himself. Short gain on the play before he slides. NC State going up tempo. Back to pass, it's Kane. It's complete on the right side. and he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the catch. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They want to just keep throwing it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long second down.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours.
The freshman able to get home with the sack. They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. He's looking to throw. He finds his man, and he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Back to throw, it's Kane. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Good job to get everything he could, then get down with the slide. It's 4th down now, and this likely the final snap before the 2-minute warning. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man, and they convert. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do you keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Gonna throw it to the right. He's got his man.
Pass interference. Defense.
They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. They go to the ground. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I think you run that play on 2nd down, knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
On the move. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not